Hey guys, the Undefeated guy here, and today I have my Deskbot deck profile for you. I went undefeated at locals with this build, and I have a few regionals coming up, so hopefully I can try it out at a more advanced event and hopefully win some mats and whatnot. But in my opinion, this is the best build for me anyway, of Deskbots. So without further ado, I'll get right into it. With the Deskbot. So one Deskbot, one is enough, really. To be honest, I very rarely feel like I need it, and any more than one isn't really needed. Then triple two, staple really, and then triple three, triple four, easily the best card in the deck. This card can just hold fields on its own. Like when your opponent can't clear it. And the best part is, in a lot of the games that I play, they say I've got a 3 and a 4 out, they try and get rid of the 3 and then go into battle phase and then don't realise that this can activate during their turn as well. And they also don't realise that it can activate as many times per turn as it needs to. So that's always good. Then for the pendulums, triple 5, triple 6, 1 7 and 1 8. These aren't really useful. I tried them at 2 each, but it wasn't very effective. 1 each is quite enough, considering they're just so easy to get out if you need it, and you don't need to worry about the lack of scales when you've got the 6 others in the deck. Then for the next cards, 2 giant rat. I found when testing that the deck kind of needed a turn 1 play, a different turn 1 play than, say, Deskbot 2 and then Machine Dupe, or Deskbot 3 into Deskbot 2. It needed a bit more variety, so for example, set Giant Rat, or if it's turn 2, attack, summon Giant Rat and attack into an opponent's monster. And then it just can get out literally any Deskbot card in the deck, which is extremely useful. I think it works even better late game as well. Like, it's not really bad in any situations, apart from when you already have an established board and you don't really need it as much. Then 1 Birdman to recycle your Deskbot 3. Then for the hand traps, 2 Maxi, 2 Effect Veiler, and 2 Speedroid Menko. I proxied them. I borrowed them from a friend at locals. The Maxi is just primarily used against Pepe when they give you like +8. It's to try and get your Veiler in hand to try and further restrict them from their plays. I found that's the main reason that I found myself using it for. And also to get into the Menko, this card basically, when your opponent attacks, you can summon it from your hand in attack mode and change all your opponent's monsters to defense mode. So it stops the OTKs and gives a bit of protection. That isn't a battle trap, because obviously battle traps are very susceptible to Twin Twister and whatnot. So that's it for the monsters. I believe it's like 26 or something. 27, sorry, 27. So for the spells, we have 3 Machine Dupe, best card in the deck. That isn't Deskbot 4. This really lets you swarm and make the most of your Deskbot abilities. 2 Wavering Eyes. I side in the 3rd. To be honest, I found like nearly every time I use it, my opponent changes their own Wavering Eyes. I found when I try and set it or keep it in hand and try and wait for them to use their own Wavering Eyes, they never use it. So this card has been kind of useless for me, but it is very, very powerful if you can get it off. Then 1 limited removal just for extra OTK ability. And finally triple Upstart Goblin to try and fix the consistency. And the the extra life points really doesn't matter at all with Deskbots. I don't think I found myself wishing I hadn't used it, because they had too many for me to finish them off. Then 4 traps, which are triple goes in match. The best thing about this card is it can, if you get it turn 1 for example, you can stop your opponent from making plays, but it can also clear an already established Pepe board, which is really nice. I like to, a good play of it is to like bait out the infinity and then flip this up, and then you can basically clear their board of, say, infinity, Rafflesia, King of the Pharaoh Imps. Like, you can make them choose one of them, and then it's just super easy to get over the monster they choose to keep. And then finally 1 Grand Horn, just to try and negate some summons. That is it for the main deck, 40 cards. Now for the extra deck, it really doesn't matter at all. Apart from Beast, I'd say, and Scarlight and Centauria, these are, in my opinion, the only 3 that you need. Well, they're the 3 that I pretty much only use. I very, very rarely go into anything else, basically because this stops Pepe. This helps main phase 2 when you need to burn for game, and then this helps you make use of your Deskbot 2s that don't have a use at the minute. But for the rest of the extra deck, we have 1 Barkion, 1 Metaphys, 1 Moonlight Dragon, 1 Stardust, 1 Jet, 1 Castel, 1 Dweller, 1 Gigagant, 1 Durandal, 1 Nightmare Shark, 1 Cowboy, and 1 Shark Fortress. Ideally, these 2 would be an Infinity and Nova, and Nightmare Shark would be a Triss, but I can't really afford them at the minute, and I can, but I can't justify spending a large amount of money on them when I very, very rarely use the extra deck, and there are rare situations when I feel like I need to go into Infinity. But anyway, that's it for the deck profile. As I said, I will keep you posted in future with further updates to the build when I go to regionals, etc. And I'll let you know what changes I make with the Monarchs coming out soon. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching, and be sure to subscribe and comment and all that, and I'll see you later.